Over to Victor Bassi and Chinezerema Bakuru to moderate tonight. I would like to yield the floor for His Excellency for his opening remarks. Thank you.
Good evening, my good people from Abia and those our friends and our compatriots who may not be from Abia but are interested in what is happening in Abia. Let me also recognize all the gentlemen of the press that are here and all the government appointees. You are welcome. This is the November edition of our media engagement. And I want to start by thanking all of you for the massive support that this government continues to receive, both from those who like what we are doing and those who don't like what we are doing. Somehow, some of them who are bitter in one way or the other express themselves, and that is the beauty of democracy. And we welcome criticisms, particularly when they are constructive. But we also frown at lies. And unfortunately, the so-called opposition in the state has perfected telling lies, some of them to their own shame and embarrassment, because our people are not blind. And there is a saying that you can tell a blind man that there is no oil in the soup, but definitely not about salt, because you can taste it. So I want to encourage the majority who like what we're doing, who want the progress of the state not to be deterred by the very infinitesimal, tiny minority who either want to be recognized or who want to constitute some nuisance, or those who are planning for something and they want to draw attention. But we cannot say that we've got everything right. Rome was not built in a day. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. To the best of my records, I think we've just done about 2 years and 6 months by tomorrow. And we still have the mandate of the people for another 1 year and 6 months. And if it pleases God, that mandate will be renewed, of course, by the powers of our people. And when I say our people, the well-meaning people who are in the majority. So, like always, I will start with giving you a summary of some of the things that we've done in the last 1 month. We continue to pay attention to governance, and governance is key. We continue with our infrastructural revolution, and you will see that all what we are doing have started yielding positive fruits. If you follow the media in the last 1 month, you will see that Abia continues to receive positive ratings and very positive reviews. And these are from independent agencies. You may have noticed that a few days ago, Abia emerged as the most prepared state out of the 36 states plus Abuja, the FCT, to deal with medical emergencies with a rating of over 26%. And that is by the SBM intelligence. And they considered a lot of things, including Human Development Index, budget for health, and average spend per person in the state. So, and it's a rating that supports all the things we are doing in the health sector. We also received a rating from Cable Index within the period as the best state in terms of cost of intra-city transport. While a trip will cost about 542 naira in Abia, the state that came first or came last, depending on how you read it, the cost was 1,399, almost 1,400. So you can see that the difference is between daylight and night. And like I said elsewhere, it's still early days because our transport revolution is just being rolled out, like you may have noticed. And like we said, before the end of the year, our electric buses that have started arriving in the state will be put on the road, and that will further crash the cost of transportation in the state. The rains have given way, and we've resumed aggressive construction and reconstruction of some of the roads that we flagged off. And we've given mandate to contractors and the direct labor agency to ensure that a lot of the jobs are completed before the Yuletide season. And so if you go around the state, you will see that work has resumed in most of the sites, that the work slowed down at some point. We want to continue to thank our people for the cooperation. We continue to give our contractors and our colleagues who are pushing the infrastructure development objective of the state. In terms of lands, we had rolled out 2 years ago the CFO in 30-day policy. And I think as of yesterday, we have issued about 3,562 certificates of occupancy in the 2.5 years. And statistics show that there are some states that have not been able to issue that number in 8 years and beyond. The whole idea is to unlock value that we are hitherto locked by the difficulty in issuing certificates of occupancy. We have automated the process, and as soon as it gets to me, it's easy to sign and send it back. That's what technology can do. And we'll continue to automate all the processes. We have also intensified efforts to ensure that those who are owing the government pay up what they are owing. And as a government that does not discriminate, we do not look at faces, we just look at the numbers. So, and that is why anyone who is owing would get visited by the Harmonized Task Force, having followed process, including going to court to get a court order. As a rule, we do not move in without issuing demand notices and also getting a court order. Once in a while, we can intervene, but even when we intervene, the culprit must pay. We have had to intervene in a few cases because we are also a government with a human face. It is not our objective to have our people suffer. But then we also know, just as much as you know, that government cannot do all the things it is doing without receiving adequate compensation. So it is important that I state that. In terms of education, we continue to push the frontiers, renovating schools, fencing them, and also trying to modernize curricula. I'm happy to report that the Abians State College of Education Technical in Arochukwu, which lost accreditation a few years ago, just this afternoon, about 24 courses in the college were accredited. And so we are now ready to run the way we plan to run with that college. If you visited there recently, you will see the massive work going on, both on the roads, hostels, and lecture theaters and classrooms. And the whole idea is to make it a ground for proper training of teachers. And we have also hired a few people that would support us in raising the bar in that school. We continue our work in Abians State University and of course Ogbonnayano Polytechnic. Some buildings have been completed at the permanent site, and in less than 2 weeks, those buildings will be commissioned. But I cannot assure you that Oboneonu Polytechnic has actually turned the corner. And they've been very supportive of some of the things we are doing here. You'll be amazed that our students produce the buckets that the Abians State Environmental Protection Agency, ASEPA, uses. So if you see a bucket around your neighborhood, it was constructed by our students at Oboneonu Polytechnic. ASEPA continues to work very hard to keep everywhere clean. It's not a very easy job, but it is a job we have signed to do, and we must do it. As I was coming here, I got a message from someone I do not know. He was commending the government. He said he spent about 2 or 3 days in Aba. He's not been to Aba in a very long time. And he described the Aba of old. Aba that was so dirty, where nothing worked, roads broken, that I was shocked to see, in fact, that he almost lost his way. And to cap it all, that the 2 or 3 days he stayed, that power didn't blink. So that is the Aba we envisioned. And like I had reported, we are in the process of also acquiring the distribution network in Umuahia and the remaining 8 local governments or 7 local governments, so that we can feed excess power from Aba power into Umuahia, so that we can also enjoy uninterruptible power supply in the rest of the state. I also want to talk about what we are doing with the recruitment of teachers. I was made to understand that there was a glitch in the payment of the newly recruited teachers. And I've asked everybody involved in the process to ensure that they cannot have a weekend until everybody has been paid. So latest by the end of Sunday, all the people will receive all their salaries. But I haven't said that. We opened the portal about 2 weeks ago or so to recruit additional 4,000 teachers. And as of this evening, we have received a total of 27,980 applications, almost 28,000. That is to point to the excitement and approval coming from prospective teachers. You are looking for 4,000, and then you're already getting 28,000 applications. We'll go through the process like we did the first time and ensure that the recruitment is transparently done. One thing I would like to assure our people is that the process cannot be manipulated, and it cannot under my watch. So you can go home and sleep, knowing fully well that if you qualify, you will be taken. If you don't qualify, no matter who you know, you will not be taken. The process for the recruitment of medical personnel is almost completed. I think it was one area that we weren't able to get enough people. So I've asked the chairman of the Civil Service Commission to leave the portal open. And the last time I checked with her, a few more people, some of them from outside Nigeria, have applied. And we'll continue the process until we get the right number that we're looking for. On workers' welfare, we continue to prioritize payment of salaries and entitlements of workers, and then pensions. And I can report that we are up to date in payment of salaries. The committee that we set up between the National Body of Nigerian Union of Pensioners and members of the administration has just turned in its report about outstanding gratuities. If you recall, after appeals had been made, we decided to look at it again. And we have done that. It is disheartening that pensions had remained outstanding since 2001. The total verified outstanding pensions is in excess of 60 billion naira. That's a large number. So we are going to take a decision very soon. If it is liability, you pick all of them. So we are unafraid to work out a solution in spite of who incurred the debt. So one thing I'd like to assure the pensioners is that their gratuity will be paid gradually. And since we have said so, you may also have followed our decision to also support youth corps members who are posted to the state. I was surprised to find out that the extra pay they receive is 4,000 naira, and it has been so since 27 years ago. And that's why we took the bold decision to improve that extra pay from 20 to 50,000 naira, depending on where you are posted. We're also spending quite some money in fixing the camp at Bende. Internal roads, street lights, water, and just making the place a bit habitable, more habitable for youth corps members who are posted to the state. I played host to the zonal commandant of the Nigerian Correctional Service in the last 1 week. And on that, we also, even though it's a federal agency, but we consider that the agency is here and our people are the ones who, one way or the other, will be affected. So we decided to protect the entire place by erecting perimeter fencing. We are building a one-story holding center to decongest the cells or the prison, as the case may be. And like I said, the idea is not to have more people in there, but to ensure that those who one way or the other get in there don't become hardened criminals. It's called a correctional center. So we expect that when people find their way there, by the time they come out, they would have been reformed. I had also announced that unfortunately in the last 2 years, I had made attempts to grant pardon using the prerogative of mercy to release minor offenders, and we couldn't find any. All the 1,900 plus inmates are people who have committed serious offenses.
99.9 FM, Enyimba 93.5 FM.
And also Vision Africa 104.1 FM, Enyimba 94.3 FM, Real FM 99.1 FM, Sun FM 91.3 Ibere.
Magic 102.9 FM, Sun FM 91.9 Aba, Zik FM 96.3, Spin 95.3 FM, Rapid 96.5 FM.
And also on Pay Sata 103.5 FM, Bounce 89.7 FM, Masters 105.9 FM, Dan 103.7, Skills 87.7 FM.
So now we take the questions, and we'd like to begin with our practitioners from the online media. If you're here, please raise your hand. Just 3 slots. You're red. PO.
Thank you so much. Good evening. Your disturbing development in Ikwano local government in particular, about 12 professional nurses were omitted in the salary structure. Your Excellency, of a particular concern is the issue where a professional trained nurse, that the only order that will make her revisit that particular list will be the order from Your Excellency. Your Excellency, these nurses are crying, especially as we are about to enter the Christmas season, and appealing that you use your fatherly directive to make sure that this issue is corrected. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Please, I'd like to inform us that we go straight to the questions. Make your question as brief as possible.